All right, continuing on. How you doing? Hanging in there. Let's talk about a review. So let's go back and see what we've done so far. We talked about a preparation engagement, no report, not independent, no assurance, non-attest. Boom. Engagement letter. We talked about a compilation, ARC 80. Both of these, all three of them still have to adhere to ARC 60, the general principles. Engagement letter, yes, everything, but a little bit more work. You have to read it. Not independent, but if you're not, you have to put a paragraph in there. Not independent, attest engagement, yes. Non-assurance engagement. Engagement letter, very similar, although we do add the expected report because you do draft a report. No report, yes, a report. And you add an extra paragraph to modify. Here, review, now we're doing more work. The I and the A in I corría. Sofia Vargera. So IA, inquiry, analytical procedures. Inquiry, asking questions. A, analytical procedures under ARC 90. Sign an engagement letter. You must get a management rep letter. We'll talk more detail what's included in there. Obtain limited assurance. Inquiries and analytical procedures. You're actually doing more work. That's the IA. Understanding, same. Industry and entity knowledge, a little bit more. Also obtaining limited assurance. That's why you have to be independent. It is an attest engagement. It is an assurance engagement. Engagement letter, still very similar. Expected form and content of report. 4 paragraphs. This used to be 3, now it's 1, so you can clearly see. Here we're doing more work, we're giving assurance. Here we're really just reading the statements and presenting them in the form of financial statements. Here, 4 basic paragraphs. The intro paragraph. These paragraphs have to have a title now. They didn't used to, they just said first, second, third. Now, this could have a title called introductory paragraph or intro paragraph, or it doesn't have to. This is called management responsibility paragraph. This is called accountant's responsibility paragraph. This is called accountant's conclusion paragraph. And then if you need to add an extra paragraph, boom. Over here we call it an explanatory paragraph for a compilation. Here we call it emphasis of a matter or an other matter paragraph, which we were introduced to in the audit report section. We'll expand on it today. So this part's a little bit longer because there's a lot going on. There's a lot of paragraphs. You still have a management rep letter to add. We have this already, but we'll add a little more. And we've got to go through all the different types of reports where you're going to basically adjust for this. The one thing that we adjusted for here that we won't here is when we were not independent, we added a paragraph. Here, you couldn't do a review if you're not independent. Can't do an audit if you're not independent. But the other adjustments, comparative, special purpose, inadequate disclosure, departure from the frameworks, supplemental information, all of those are still going to exist for a review as well, and we'll have to look at examples of those.